All right, well, everybody, welcome back to Wolffield. Actually, technically, welcome in. You know, what's a broadcast without technical difficulties? And in fact, that is what we had here in the top of the first. No runners came across, however, to score, as McCafferty just had the first, just got walked, and so he made it to first, but other than that, there were 3 fly balls as we head into the bottom of the second. Standing in for the Spuds will be Lucas Daniewicz, wearing number 13, playing right field for the Spuds, and a quick 2-0 count to him from Matt Slowick. Slowick getting the call on the bump today for the Bison, as that pitch going to be in there for strike 1. Making the count 2-1. So thank you for bearing with us as we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back. You know, nothing we can't overcome here at the Gem City Bison. A little short hopper over to Schultz on third, and it'll get over to Tolk on first for the first out of the inning. So that'll be 1 out, nobody on base for the Spuds, as Tyler Castelli will step in, the left fielder for the Spuds today, wearing number 9. First pitch of this at-bat, swung on and missed by Castelli. So the 0-1 pitch going to miss outside for ball 1, evening up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for Castelli and the Spuds. Slowick comes set at the chest, sends it, and that's going to miss outside for ball 2, sending it into a hitter's favored count. The 2-1 pitch for Slowick. That'll miss, and it'll go back to the backstop for ball 3. Castelli batting .333 on the year, also 4-12. 2 doubles and 2 RBIs so far this year. Great year for him so far, as that pitch is going to be swung on into left center field. Ross will come over and make the catch for out number 2. So now Tyler Stone will come up to bat, wearing number 34, the first baseman for this Spuds team. Slowick has about 9 pitches so far in this inning. 2 outs for the Spuds, nobody on base, as the first pitch of this at-bat will come across for ball 1. So the 1-0 coming across to Stone, going to be grounded up to right center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Stone.
From the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, center fielder number 17, Will Girardi.
As Will Girardi will step in, number 17, the center fielder for the Spuds. The Spuds in their home white uniforms with pinstripes and gradient teal to purple numbers on the back. Stone on first, 2 outs so far in this inning, as that first pitch going to miss outside for ball 1. Girardi 1 for 4 on the year, 2 strikeouts with a .250 batting average. Short chopper going to be over to Panton at second, and it's going to be on to first for out number 3. That'll send us to the second inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Still tied up 0-0 here in Caldwell. Luke Bannister, Keegan Schultz, and Mitchell Tolk here in the top of the second will be your three batters for the Gem City Bison as we head to this top of the second, tied 0-0. Luke Bannister, the catcher, will step in for the Bison. First pitch gonna miss out for ball one. Nico Martinez still in there for the Spuds, toting the rock. 1-0 going to be in there to even it up at 1-1. Bannister from Hutto, Texas, batting .333 on the year so far. 1-1, going to miss outside for ball two. Putting it in favor of Bannister. Bannister has 4 RBIs and 3 runs as he's come across the plate 3 times. That one's going to be slapped up into center field for a base hit for Bannister. As that'll bring up Keegan Schultz, the third baseman, wearing number 21. 0 outs, runner on first for Schultz as he steps up, the walk-off hero from the Colony, Texas, from Nichols State. First pitch going to be in for strike one. 0-1 count upcoming. Schultz has 5 stolen bases so far, so he's a threat on the base paths if he can get there. But also, beyond that, he has 7 RBIs, so that just proves he can put the ball in play. That ball going to miss inside for ball one. Bannister takes his lead off of first, although he's getting held on by Stone, as Schultz will line it straight to third, and that will be an easy double play as Bannister thought that one was at least going to hit the ground. So Barricani will get the nice out from Schultz.
First baseman, Tolk.
So first pitch going to be in there for strike one to Mitchell Tolk. The big guy over at first base, stepping in, wearing number 33. 0-1, going to be a base hit into center field, so that'll get at least one runner back on first with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Still tied 0-0. As Tico Pereira will step in, the right fielder for this Gem City Bison team today, wearing number 3. Stepping into the right-handed batter's box, Nico Martinez. 9 pitches this inning, has 21 pitches so far. First pitch going to be in there for strike one. Tolk over on first. Pereira from Miami, Florida, coming all the way to Laramie, Wyoming, and now Caldwell, Idaho, as he fouls that one back towards the right for strike number 2. Zero balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner on first for the Bison as Tolk's going to go, and he's going to get caught stealing here in the top of the second. 0-0 still the score as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Tyler Miller steps in to bat for the Spuds here in the bottom of the second. Still tied up 0-0 here at Wolf Field in beautiful Caldwell, Idaho. First pitch going to miss outside for ball one. As I said before, still tied 0-0. The Gem City Bison were able to get a couple of people on board, but mistakes on the base paths cost them the inning. Short grounder going to be over to second. That's going to be in time. Panton to Tolk. And Miller will be out at first for the first out of this bottom of the second inning. So now Slowick on the mound. Getting ready as this batter steps in. It's going to miss outside for ball one. So the count will be 1 ball, 0 strikes. Is the second pitch going to bounce before it for ball number 2? Gabe Garrett steps in. Here's the pitch, 2-0 pitch, going to be chopped over to McCafferty at short, and he'll get it to Tolk on first for the out. So that'll be 2 down for the Spuds, as Jeremy Keller will step in, the catcher for this Spuds team, wearing number 7 today.
Jeremy Keller.
Steps into the right-handed batter's box, lines up his swing, puts his bat over his shoulder, and he's ready to go to work. Slowick pitches, and that'll be in there for strike 1. So the 0-1 count upcoming for Keller. That one's going to go ahead and hit him, as he'll go ahead and take his base, and that'll bring up Zachary Schwartzberg, the shortstop for Canyon County.
From Saddleback Community College.
2 outs, Keller over on first.
Schwartzberg.
Schwartzberg steps in, and the first pitch of this at-bat from Slowick will be inside for called strike 1. Beautiful day here in Caldwell, Idaho, after the long 10-hour trek from Laramie starting at 5 a.m. this morning. It's been a fun day, and what a way to end it off with some Gem City Bison baseball. Grounder going to be over to Schultz at third. Nice throw to Tolk on first, and that will be the final out of this half inning. We head to the top of the third here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network, still tied up 0-0 against Canyon County. Tico Pereira still up to bat for your Gem City Bison after Mitchell Tolk was caught stealing to end the top of the second. Still tied 0-0 here in Caldwell's. That first ball, going to be in there for a called strike one. Pereira, as I mentioned before, hailing from Miami, Florida, coming a long way up here to play some ball. 0-1 going to be fouled back, making it 0 balls, 2 strikes, and 0 outs. Pereira steps into the right-handed batter's box, lines his bat up, and is ready to go to work, as is Nico Martinez. Martinez deals, and that will be in there for a swing and a miss and strike 3 for Nico Pereira. That will be out number 1 of this top of the third. Bringing up the 9th batter in the lineup, number 13, Justin Ross, playing left field for today here in Caldwell at Wolf Field. Beautiful stadium here in Caldwell, Idaho, home of the, what I presume would be the College of Idaho Coyotes. First ball going to be in there for a swing and a miss and a strike 1. 0 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. No runners on base for the Bison, and as Ross is going to watch that one go by for ball 1. Martinez sends the 1-1, and that's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2, putting it in favor of Martinez. 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out. No runners on base. Ross steps in once again. The 1-2 going to be down for ball 2, evening up the count at 2-2, giving Ross at least 1 more pitch of life in this at-bat. The 2-2, Martinez comes set at his chin, deals home. That'll be down for ball 3, making the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this Wednesday evening here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 3-2 pitch, going to miss outside for ball 1, and Ross will go walking. Bringing up Derek Wood. We're number 15, the center fielder for this Gem City Bison team. As he steps in, swings his bat around and puts it over his shoulder. Martinez looks back at first, comes set. Pickoff attempt over to first as Ross will get back just in time. Ross takes his lead again as Martinez comes set, deals home, and that'll miss way outside for ball 1. Keller will decide not to throw down to first or second, and so we continue play. 1 ball, 0 strikes, 1 out, and 1 runner on first for Wood and the Bison. The 1-0 dealt and fouled back for strike 1, making the count 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on first. Wood from Reedley, California, up here in Caldwell, playing some summer collegiate wood bat baseball, as that one's going to be into right field for a base hit. Ross, with his speed, is going to come into third easily. Wood will get back to first as he thought about going second. There will be runners on the corners for McCafferty.
The shortstop, number 9, Quinn McCafferty. The shortstop, McCafferty.
So McCafferty, as I mentioned before, from Bighorn, Wyoming, playing for one of the 2 teams in the Independence League that play in Wyoming, the other one being the Casper Horseheads. 4 walks so far on the season as he walked his first time up. Ball going to miss outside, actually around him, for ball 1. As I said before, he got a 4-pitch walk the last time he was up, as this is the second time around the order. Pickoff attempt over to first, but Wood gets back just in time. Still 0-0 here in the top of the third. Runners on the corners for McCafferty. Martinez comes set for the 1-0, and that'll be right up the middle, and the ball will be fumbled by Garrett, bringing 1 run in for the Bison. They lead at 1-0 here in the top of the third.
Second baseman, number 6, Justice Penn. Second baseman, Penn.
So Wood will advance up to second on what I would presume to be an error on Garrett's part. Of course, it may be scored a base hit. Runners on first and second, as the ball will be in there for ball 1. Runners will advance on the passed ball. So Wood will be in at third, McCafferty on second, as Panton will step back in, apparently wearing number 23 today. So that was an oversight. Usually he does wear number 6. 1-0 pitch, gonna miss, making it 2-0. 2 balls, 0 strikes. 1 out with runners on second and third. Here in the top of the third inning, the Bison are leading 1-0 over the Canyon County Spuds. Martinez deals, and that'll miss. Nope, that'll get in there for strike 1. So the count will be 2-1 with just 1 out for this Bison team. Panton in the left-handed batter's box has his bat up in the air. Pitch in there for strike 2, not filling up the count, evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, only 1 out for this Gem City Bison team. Panton from Phoenix, Arizona, originally, as Martinez comes set for the 2-2. That'll be fouled off into the left field foul territory. The count will remain the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Bison. Also last year, a student at North Carolina A&T. Martinez peers in to get his signs. Comes set for the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. That's going to miss down low for ball 3, filling up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Last time Panton was up, he flew out to Castelli over in left field, as did Derek Wood also. Swung on and missed for strike 3, as that will put 2 outs on the board here in the top of the third. 1-0 Gem City Bison, as that will bring up the designated hitter, Nico Pezzanello, who flew out to Girardi in center field for the 3rd out in the top of the first. Runners still on second and third. McCafferty at second, Wood at third, as Martinez comes set. Deals home for the first pitch of this at-bat. Swung on and missed with a lot of power coming from Pezzanella. Pezzanella has 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases so far this year, with a batting average of .350. The 0-1 pitch from Martinez will be swung on and missed once again, making the count 0-2 in favor of Martinez and the Spuds. Martinez hoping to protect and not let any more runs be pushed across this inning. Again, the Bison lead it 1-0 here in the top of the third. The 0-2 will miss out for ball 1, giving Pezzanella another chance to see what he can do at the plate. Leads from both runners at second and third. The pitch will be fouled off way towards the left, so the count will remain the same. 1-2 is that count. So Nico Pezzanella swings his bat around, getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. Martinez peers in and nods. Comes set. Here's the pitch, and that'll miss out for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Martinez, who has an ERA of 10.80. 5 innings pitched so far this year, getting his second start of this young season. The 2-2 will miss out for ball number 3, making the count full, as Martinez has 50 pitches, according to me. Again, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. 2.2 innings pitched so far in this game. The 3-2 will miss out for, well, it was outside, but it didn't miss. And that will be strike 3. As that will be the end of the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 1-0. The Bison lead it over the Spuds. We'll be back right after this. One to nothing, the Gem City Bison lead it here in the bottom of the third as the Canyon County Spuds step up to bat. That representative going to be Dawson Baracani for the Spuds, the third baseman wearing number 5. As he steps in, the Bison were able to push a run across in the top of the third. Is that first pitch going to be in there for a called strike 1? Lots of good offense from the Gem City Bison in the top of the third, as that one will be swung on and missed for strike 2. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs, as this is the leadoff batter for this half of the inning. I want to thank everybody for watching here on this Wednesday evening. FB watching from Tempe, Arizona, and Eric and Monica Godfrey from Buckeye, Arizona. Thank you all for your patronage of the Gem City Bison and the Gem City Bison Digital Network. That one will miss for ball one, making the count 1-2 so far here in the bottom of the third. That one will also miss outside, evening up the count at 2-2. Barakani has 2 walks and 2 strikeouts so far in this short season, as that one will fill up the count with ball 3 on the inside, chest high to Barakani. Barakani steps back in, ready to go to work. Slowick comes set at his chest. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be swung on, flown out to right field. Pereira tracking it in foul territory, and that's going to be no problem for him, and that will be the first out of the bottom of the third. We'll go back to the top of the order here as Lucas Danielewicz will step in. 0-1 so far on the day. Last time he grounded out to Schultz over at third. First pitch going to be in there for called strike 1. 0 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base for the Canyon County Spuds. Slowick comes set, that'll miss outside for ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Danielewicz batting a .400 this year. 4 out of 10 so far, as that one will be swung on and fouled back. Either way, it will be strike 2. 1-2 the count, 1 out, nobody on the bases. 2 doubles and 3 RBIs so far this season for Danielewicz. He also has 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, as that one will go ahead and hit him, sending him to first base and bringing up Tyler Castelli, the left fielder today for the Spuds. Last time he was up, he flew out to left field. He'll look to better his outing as he steps into the left-handed batter's box. Danielewicz on first, taking his lead. First pitch going to be outside for ball 1. 0 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 runner on base for the Spuds. Slowick comes set at the chest, deals home, and that will be ball number 1, evening up the count at 1. Excuse me. Yes, evening up the count at 1-1. So here's the 1-1 from Slowick. That'll be popped up really high. Bannister will try and catch it. Tolk will come over and can't quite grab it, and so we will continue with a 1-2 count, as that will just be scored a regular foul ball. Castelli batting .333, 4 for 12 on the year with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the Spuds have a runner on first. The 1-2 from Slowick will be foul tipped, and the count will remain the same at 1-2. As I said before, overall pretty good year for Tyler Castelli. Batting .333. That is not bad at all. Runner's going to go ahead and go, and a wild throw from Bannister will miss McCafferty right in the glove, and it'll bounce off over to second base territory where Panton will pick it up. So Danielewicz will be in on the stolen base at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Castelli, as Danielewicz is in at second off that stolen base. And it'll be swung on straight to first base. Tolk will take it to the bag himself. So that'll be 2 outs for the Spuds as Daniewicz will advance to third. Tyler Stone will step up now, the first baseman for the Spuds. Last time he was up, he singled on a ground ball to center field, getting him on base. First pitch will hit the dirt for ball 1. Tyler Stone, 7 of 15 on the year, batting .467. The 1-0 will be fouled back towards the right, for strike 1. The 1-1 upcoming from Slowick, who has 39 pitches in this ball game. Swung on and missed for strike 2, putting it in favor of Slowick and the Bison. Daniewicz again on third. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A balk is going to be called as Daniewicz will come in off the balk. And so that will tie things up at 1-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. The Bison have 1 run off of 4 hits and 0 errors. The Spuds have 1 run off of 1 hit and 0 errors. And that ball will be in there for a called strike 3. And that will send us to the top of the 4th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 1-1 off the run balked in. We'll be back right after this here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Luke Bannister up to bat for the Gem City Bison, looking to advance the Bison into this game after the run was balked in the top of the the bottom of the third here in Caldwell at Wolf Stadium. First ball going to be in there for strike 1 to Bannister. Last time he was up, he singled on a ground ball to center field. That ball will miss outside for ball 1, evening up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike for Bannister. Martinez comes set and swung on, fouled into right field territory. right field foul territory, I should say, and that will result in a second strike off the foul ball. So that'll make the count 1-2. Bannister batting 6 for 18 so far this year. A .333 batting average, as that's going to be swung on a chopper, picked up by the third baseman, Barricani, and over to Stone on first for out number 1. So that'll bring up Keegan Schultz, the third baseman. 0 for 1 on the day. He lined out to a double play to the third baseman last time he was up, first time through the order. So starting with a clean slate, first pitch will be in there. That will make it strike 2. The 0-2 coming to the Texas Cowboy. That'll be outside for ball 1. That'll make the count 1-2 with 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on base as Schultz will line that into left center field. Nice attempt from Garrett to pick it out of the air, but nevertheless, Schultz will be in on first.
First baseman number 33, Mitchell Tolk. First baseman, Tolk.
So Mitchell Tolk will come up to bat. Singled on a line drive to center field his first time up. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, staying in state and going to college at Northern State in Aberdeen. His first pitch going to be swung off a foul tip, and so that'll be 0-1 the count. On deck, Pereira, and in the hole, Ross, the right fielder and left fielder respectively. The 0-1 count coming, 1 out, 1 runner on base. 1-1 is the score between Gem City and the Canyon County Spuds. Second pitch will be fouled back once again, making it 2 strikes, 0 balls, and 1 out with Schultz on first. Here comes the 0-2 from Martinez. And that will be swung on, tripping over my tongue there. Will be a foul ball, keeping the count at 0-2 for Tolk. Martinez already at 62 pitches with 3.1 innings pitched here in Caldwell. Comes set, the 0-2 will miss just outside the strike zone for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first for the Gem City Bison, who are tied with the Spuds 1-1 here in the top of the 4th. 0-2 pickoff attempt over to first. That's not going to be in time, so Stone will get it back to Martinez. Martinez will climb the hill once again. One-two swung on into left center field. Center fielder is not going to be able to get there. Girardi will have to go all the way to the warning track to pick it up, and Schultz will go around third, being waved around by third base coach Jack DeLongshaw. And that will bring in another run for your Gem City Bison. An RBI double for Tolk as he gets into second, perfectly safe. Gem City Bison 2, Canyon County Spuds 1 here in the bottom of the 4th, the top of the 4th. as that first pitch of this at-bat will miss for ball 1. Pereira, last time he was up. Well, excuse me, the first time he was up, Tolk got caught stealing. And so back in the second time he got back in, he struck out swinging. Pitch will miss for ball 2. Pereira wearing number 3, the right fielder, as Martinez steps off and comes back in. Tolk taking his lead at second. 2 balls, 0 strikes. The pitch swung on by Pereira, and they will get it over to Baracani at third to get the lead runner. So a fielder's choice for Pereira to get on to first. Pereira on first, as Schwartzberg probably made the safe play for the Spuds. Gave it to Baracani to prevent the lead runner from getting into even better scoring position. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner on first, and that first pitch will be fouled back for strike 1. Justin Ross in the batter's box. Goes to school at Williston State Community College in North Dakota. The 0-1 pickoff attempt over to first, not in time once again. Martinez not getting any breaks in his favor when it comes to pickoffs. 0 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first for the Bison, up 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Grounder going to be over to Schwartzberg, and he's going to drop it for an error, as Ross will be able to make it into first. So Pereira will be at second, Ross at first, as the leadoff batter, Derek Wood, will come up to bat once again. 1 for 2 on the day. Last time he was up, he singled on a ground ball into right field. 2-1, the Gem City Bison lead the Canyon County Spuds in the top of the 4th. As that first pitch going to be fouled back for ball 1. Martinez comes set, deals home, and that'll miss out for ball 1. Excuse me, I do believe that was called a strike, actually. Indeed it was. My bad on that one. So a called strike will make it 0-2 to Wood. Runners on first and second for the Bison. Martinez looks back at second, deals home, and that'll miss for ball 1. Now making it 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, with Ross on first and Pereira on second. The 1-2 will be fouled back. So the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes for Wood and Gem City. Martinez comes set for the 1-2. That'll miss outside for ball 2, making it even at 2. 2's across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. And the Bison lead at 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Two swung on into left field. That's going to drop in fair territory. Pereira's going to come around and score, and there will be a play at third. I do believe the run will count, however, so Gem City 3, Canyon County 1, as we head to the bottom of this 4th inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Got one of our three captains checking in, one of our three owners. Austin Byler is back in Arizona, watching it with his family. Currently, he's watching the Bison winning 3-1 over the Canyon County Spuds. As that first pitch will be swung on and missed for strike one. Girardi in the left-handed batter's box. Slowick deals, and that'll miss outside for ball one, evening up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1, Gem City leads it as that pitch will be swung on and missed once again for strike two. Last time Girardi was up, he grounded out to second base, being one of the outs in that half inning. The 1-2 from Slowick, once again swung on and missed for strike three. So the Bison will throw it around as Tyler Miller will walk up to the plate. 1 out already for the Canyon County Spuds in the bottom of the fourth as they trail the Gem City Bison 3-1. Miller steps in, and the pitch is going to be outside for ball one. As Bannister has to reach his glove almost straight out to be able to catch it. 1 ball, 0 strikes, as that one will be in there for ball number two. Tyler Miller playing DH today, the designated hitter. So that pitch will also be a ball, making it 3-0 in favor of the Spuds and Miller. The 3-0 hitters count will be in there for strike one, painting the outside corner of the strike zone. Also have Prosperity watching from Phoenix, Arizona, as that ball is going to be lifted into left center field, as Wood will have no problem picking it out of the air. That'll be the second out of the inning, as Gabe Garrett will step up to bat now. 3-1, the Gem City Bison lead the Canyon County Spuds here in Caldwell, Idaho. 2 outs in this inning as Garrett steps up to bat. First pitch in there for strike 1. Garrett, last time he was up, grounded out to shortstop. So he's 0 for 1 on the day. That pitch will miss for strike 2. Garrett batting 3 for 11, 273, as that one will be lifted into right field. Pereira right under it, and that will be the 3rd out of this bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Gem City Bison lead at 3-1 over the Canyon County Spuds. We'll be back right after this. Quinn McCafferty steps in to bat for the Gem City Bison as you can see the train go across the outfield wall. Gem City Bison lead at 3-1 here in the top of the 5th. First pitch will be fouled back for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that one needs to move from the 4th to the 3rd.
1-1.
That pitch will be in there for strike 1.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
3rd one will miss out for ball 1. McCafferty, first time he was up, he walked. The last time he was up, he hit a ground ball and reached on an error. That ball missed for ball 2, excuse me. The 2-2 pitch will be in there for a strike 3 looking, as that will set McCafferty down and bring up Justice Panton 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to left field and struck out swinging.
Second baseman, Panton.
Taking a look at games going on around the area back home in Wyoming, as this first pitch will be down for ball 1. In American Legion Baseball, the Lovell Mustangs taking on the Powell Pioneers, the Green River Knights taking on the Rollins Generals, the Cody Cubs taking on the Riverton Raiders. So that ball will miss for ball 2, and the Evanston Outlaws will be taking on the Rock Springs Stallions. All of those games are doubleheaders that started at about 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Now looking at the regional scoreboard in MLB Baseball, the Colorado Rockies were supposed to be taking on the Miami Marlins at 1:10 p.m. Mountain Time, as that ball will miss for ball 3. In Denver for a traditional doubleheader, as yesterday's game got rained out. The 3-0 pitch going to be in there for strike 1. 3-1 now will miss outside, so Panton can take his base wearing number 23 today instead of his traditional normal 6.
Designated hitter, Pezzanella.
As Nico Pezzanella will step into the batter's box as soon as this meeting on the mound is over. As the whole infield comes to surround Nico Martinez, has about 85 pitches if my count is correct. Pitching 4.1 innings in this game, 10 pitches already this half inning. Once again, plenty of American Legion baseball going on in the state of Wyoming. The powwow will break and Martinez will stay in there. Final score from the first game, Cody beat Riverton 12-1. Lovell beat Powell 9-6. Green River beat Rollins 14-2. And Evanston beat Rock Springs 11-3. First pitch coming to Pezzanella from Martinez, who's at 85 pitches. That'll get in there for strike 1. Panton takes his lead at first. 0-1, that'll miss out for ball 1. Evening up the count at 1-1. Currently in the top of the 8th, the Colorado Rockies and Miami Marlins are tied at 11. And a barn burner down in Denver. That one will be swung on and missed for strike 2, making the count 1-2. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. We apologize for the scoreboard malfunctions. I have to do that myself, and I'm not the brightest cookie in the toolbox. One, two. As Pezzanella steps back in. Martinez comes set. Panton being held on by Stone at first. 1-2 misses outside to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Only 1 out in this inning for the Bison as they lead it 3-1 in the top of the 5th. Pezzanella so far today flew out to center field and struck out looking on his last at-bat. So that pitch will miss out for ball 3, making it full. 3-2 is the count. 1 runner at first and 1 out in the top of the 5th. Martinez comes set. Here's the pitch. That will be chopped foul towards the right side on the first base line, and the count will remain the same. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Martinez will once again try to get Pezzanella out and hopefully get himself out of this inning. 3-2 as he looks back to Stone at first. It deals home, and that'll be swung on high. Fly ball to second base. Garrett calling everyone off, backpedaling, and he has it. A little bit of trouble, but not too much, as Pezzanella will pop out to second base. As Panton will stay on first, and Luke Bannister will step up to bat. So far today, he's singled on a ground ball to center field and grounded out to third base. Let's see what he can do on his third at-bat of the day. The Gem City Bison lead at 3-1 off of 5 hits and no errors. The Canyon County Spuds, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. Is that first pitch going to be out, or inside, excuse me, for ball 1? The 1-0 coming from Martinez. Panton's getting a little antsy, slips as it looks like he was going to end up going. As that one will be fouled off towards the right for strike 1. Panton couldn't quite get his footing down as he was looking to go to second. But nevertheless, 1-1 will be the count, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. As that ball will be foul tipped into the catcher's glove. Jeremy Keller. Also have Lexi Byler in the chat, cheering for the Bison. I know she is. I mean, why wouldn't she be? 1-2 as time's going to be called by Bannister. Bannister batting .333, 6 for 18 so far this year. 4 RBIs and 3 runs by himself, as that will miss just barely down below the strike zone for ball 2, evening up the count at 2. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first as the Bison lead at 3-1 in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch coming from Martinez. Here it is. That's swung on into center field for at least a base hit. Panton's going to pump the brakes at second, and Bannister will come in to first with no problem. There will be a play at third as a little bit of confusion as the throw gets in, but not in time. So it's a line drive into center field for a single by Bannister. But then Panton took off to third on the throw, and he'll be in safe. So Keegan Schultz will step up to bat now. 1 for 2 on the day. Lined into a double play earlier on in this game, and then singled on a line drive over to right field. As once again we will have a conference on the mound.
Happy birthday, Julie. She's 50 tonight. Want to welcome Julie to the ball game. The Spuds say happy birthday.
In the game between the Rockies and the Marlins, still tied at 11, now in the bottom of the 8th. It looks like they will go ahead and switch out pitchers. We'll have more on this new rock thrower when we come back right after this on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead it 3-1. We'll be back after this. Welcome back here to Wolf Field here in Caldwell, Idaho. Currently the Gem City Bison lead at 3-1 in the top of the fifth. A new pitcher for the Canyon County Spuds, Henry Clark, will now step in wearing number 25 as that first pitch going to be down for ball one. Martinez left the game after 4.2 innings pitched with 97 pitches, 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Second ball will also miss for ball 2. As runners still on the corners, Panton over at third and Bannister over to first where the pickoff attempt went. No cigar for Clark, and so he will come back and send it to Schultz, who will foul it straight to the third base coach. Nice ground catch by Jack DeLongcha over there at third. I'm going to have to show him. I didn't get a proper call on it, but like at least hopefully he'll be able to see himself do it. 2-0 count. Clark sends it in. That'll miss near the chest as Schultz had to lean out of the way. Schultz so far today has lined into a double play over at third and then singled on a line drive to right field. Let's see if he can make it 2 for 3 on the day, and he will go ahead and go walking, loading the bases. Panton on third, Bannister on second, Schultz on first, and that will bring up the big boy over at first, Mitchell Tolk. Tolk 2 for 2 today. He singled on a line drive to center field, and then he doubled on a line drive to center field. Just a couple of feet apart as that first pitch will be in there for strike one. As Keller will go ahead and talk to Clark. Mano y mano. 0 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on each of the bases for the Bison as Tolk looks to do some damage to extend the 3-1 lead they already have. (0-1) as Clark is peering in to Keller. Time going to be called by Tolk. Takes a practice swing as he steps back in. Tolk, as I said before, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, now playing in Laramie, Wyoming, as that one's going to be chopped to short. Schwartzberg gets it and gets it over to Stone on first for the third out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 3-1, the Bison lead it over the Spuds. We'll be back right after this. My bumper music really not working over here. 3-1, the Gem City Bison lead it as we head to the bottom of the 5th as a quick first pitch out. It's going to be recorded. A fly ball from Keller over to Pereira in right. And that will be out number 1. So stepping up now for the Spuds, Zach Schwartzberg, the shortstop. 0 for 1 on the day so far. Grounded out to third base the last time he was up. First pitch, bunt shown and attempted. But it will go back towards the backstop for strike 1. 0-1's the count here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, no runners on base as that one's going to miss out for ball 1. Schwartzberg with 4 strikeouts so far this year. Batting .250, 2 for 8. With 1 walk, that one's going to be swung on and foul tipped. That'll make the count 1-2. Slowick still in for the Bison, has about 57 pitches and about 4.1 innings pitched. That one's going to go ahead and hit him. It's like right on the side of the face. It looks like he's going to be all right, as he will sprint his way down to first. And he seems to be fine to me. So we will go ahead and continue play with Schwartzberg on first and Barkani stepping in for the Spuds. The third baseman for Canyon County. Slowick comes set with the first pitch. Runner's going to go ahead and go. Throw down from Bannister is not going to be in time, although excellent accuracy from the dish to Panton over at second. So Schwartzberg will be in safe on the stolen base. The count will be 1-0. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Runner now on second. That one's going to be picked up by Schultz at third over to Tolk on first, and that will be the second out of the inning at this bottom of the 5th.
Top of the order for the Spuds, right fielder number 13, Lucas Danielwitz.
So Lucas Danielwitz, the right fielder for this Spuds team, will step into bat. Today he's grounded out to third baseman, and he was hit by a pitch. First pitch going to be in there for ball 1. Danielwitz has 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, batting .400 on the season so far. 4 for 10. Runner's going to go from second. That will be void as pitch will be fouled off for strike 1, evening up the count at 1-1. One and one the count as Slowick looks back between second and home, decides to deal to the dish. That'll be golf swinged into left center field. Pereira coming in. Excellent speed to get the out in right center field. 3-1, the Gem City Bison lead it over the Canyon County Spuds as we head to the 6th inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. From making an excellent play in the field to now standing in the right-handed batter's box, Tico Pereira from Miami, Florida will step in and try to advance the 3-1 lead the Gem City Bison have over the Canyon County Spuds here in the top of the 6th. Glad you could join us this Wednesday evening. First pitch swung on and missed by Pereira. The last times he was up, he swung out swinging. Well, swung out swinging. He struck out swinging and grounded into a fielder's choice over to shortstop. The first time he was actually up, Tolk got caught on the base paths. So he got to come up in the next half inning as that ball will miss for ball 1. Clark still in there for the Spuds in relief of Martinez. It's going to be grounded over to third base. Pereira will run it out, and he'll get tagged on the base paths as Stone will be pulled off the bag. Nevertheless, it will be an out coming way of Barricani over at third. So Justin Ross will step up to bat for the Gem City Bison. Last time he was up, he hit a ground ball and reached on an error. 0-1 the pitch, as a big hack will be swung on for strike 2. Got a shout-out request, and I'm just letting you know I don't do this for everyone, as that pitch going to be in there and swung on for strike 3, as that will set Justice down and will bring up Derek Wood, the center fielder for the Bison. But again, back out to my shout-out request. I don't do this for just anyone, but shout out to Avery Grebe for graduating college tonight. One of our owners, Lee Grebe, over in Tennessee for the ceremony and festivities, as first pitch swinging from Wood will be fouled off towards the left. That'll make it 0-1. But again, congratulations to Avery and any other college graduates out there, high school graduates too. I mean, anybody could be listening here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network, heard technically all around the world. It's accessible. 1-1 the pitch, as a swing and a miss is going to be bring it to 1-2. Wood 2-3 on the day. He singled on a ground ball over to right field and singled on a line drive over to left. So the 1-2 pitch will miss outside for ball 2. Derek Wood last season played ball at Paradise Valley Community College. He will ground out to Schwartzberg, who'll get it over to first for a quick inning here in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead at 3-1 over the Spuds. We'll be back right after this. Tyler Castelli steps in for the Canyon County Spuds as we head to this bottom of the 6th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead at 3-1 as that first pitch. Well, I do believe that missed for a ball, but that's going to go ahead and get into right field for a base hit. Stone will go ahead and make it to where he plays.
Tyler Stone.
No, excuse me. I think Tyler Stone. Yeah, Tyler Stone's at the plate. So 1-0 will be the count. So that's going to be chopped to first base. Tolk will go ahead and touch the bag as Danielitz will make it over to second.
Center fielder number 17, Will Girardi.
So Will Girardi will now step up to bat. As Slowick will come off the mound and step back on. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. One's all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. The Bison lead at 3-1. That one will be foul tipped. So that'll make it 1-2. For Girardi. Girardi will slap it up right field, and a nice catch by Tolkien. That'll get it for out number 2. Mitchell Tolk showing his excellent athleticism as he dives to save the base knock. As Stone
Designated hitter number 28, Tyler Miller.
will make it onto third base. So now stepping up will be Tyler Miller. Tyler Miller playing designated hitter for the Spuds. The 0-1 will miss outside for ball 2. So the 2-1 count now to Miller, and that'll be outside for ball 1. 3-1, the Bison still leading it. That ball will be low, and Miller will go ahead and
Second
go walking.
Jared.
So now Miller will be on first with Gabe Garrett up to bat. Two outs here in the bottom of the sixth, as does look like head coach Tim Gansrow is out on the mound. Slowick will go ahead and stay out there. 66 pitches, 5.1 innings pitched. As everybody will return back to their places.
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first base.
It looks like there will be a pinch runner. That is going to be number 30. Don't quite have a name on him yet. So Burke will slide back into first. As he is pinch running on first base. 2 outs, first pitch. Burke will go ahead and go to second. Is that first pitch going to be in there for a called strike one? So Burke will advance to second on the stolen base with no contention from Bannister. And that'll be swung out. Schultz will pick it up and get it over to Tolk on first for the third out here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead at 3-1 over the Canyon County Spuds. We'll be back right after this. As McCafferty steps in for the Bison, I want to give you an update on the Marlins-Rockies game. The Marlins and Rockies still tied, this time 11-11 in the top of the 10th. We'll keep you updated throughout the night on that. Also, big congratulations goes out to the Colorado Avalanche on winning Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals last night against the Edmonton Oilers. Excuse me, as first pitch will miss outside for ball one. So count will be 2-0 here at Wolf Field. The pitch coming from Clark will be in there for strike one. The 3-1 pitch will go ahead and miss outside for ball 4. And that'll bring up Justice Panton as McCafferty will go walking. Huge shout out to the Cook family. I know they're watching and listening. Huge success for really the whole team's inspiration, Wesley Scott Cook. His initials are on our jerseys. He had his second open heart surgery today, and it was a complete success. So we're happy for that family, and I myself am just so happy to be a little small part of that amazing family's lives. First pitch going to miss for ball 1. As Panton steps in. Runner on first, no outs for the Bison as the pitch will miss inside for ball 1. As Keller will get the ball and be able to get it out, but not accurately. In fact, it'll go into center field. So McCafferty will make it to second base on the dropped ball from Keller, as Panton's still in the left-handed batter's box. McCafferty takes a huge lead at second, and that pitch will be in there for a called strike 1. Two-one going to be the count as Clark looks back to second, looks home, back at second, then deals home. There'll be a swing and a miss from Panton. Last time Panton was up, he walked. Before that, he struck out swinging and flew out to left center, so he's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clark deals. That'll miss way outside as Keller has to reach with every fiber of his being to be able to stop that ball from going past. And inevitably, McCafferty moving up to third. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs. Runner on second for the Bison as that ball's going to be swung on and missed. Excellent pitch from Clark to set down Panton and bring up Pezzanella. Pezzanella, the designated hitter, usually pretty good at the plate. 0 for 3 on the day. He flew out to center field. He struck out looking, and then he popped out to the second baseman. So looking to finally get on base in this ball game. Of course, not like he won't have any chances to get on base here at Wolf Field, as we're playing 4 more games after this in 4 subsequent days, as the first ball will be in there for a strike. 0-1 the pitch as Clark deals. That'll miss it down low for ball 1 as McCafferty retreats back to second. One and one is the count. 1 out for the Bison, who lead it 3-1 in this top of the 7th inning. Clark fires home. That'll miss outside for ball 2. The 2-1 will be swung on into left field. Castelli chasing it, backs up, and he has no problem grabbing that one. McCafferty will go ahead and stay at second, as Castelli did a real good job of getting the ball in order to keep McCafferty at second. So Pezzanella will pop out to Castelli, and McCafferty will stay where he is. Luke Bannister stepping up to the plate now, 2 for 3 on the day. The catcher for this Gem City Bison team. First pitch will be hit to shortstop. Schwartzberg will get it over to Stone on first, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 7th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison 3, the Spuds 1. We'll be back right after this. Jeremy Keller will watch that first pitch go by for ball one from Slowick, who has 69 pitches in 5.2 innings pitched. It's a pretty nice pitch count. Ball going to be swung on, picked up by Schultz, and he'll get it over to Tolk on first for out number one. So Schwartzberg will step in now, the shortstop for the Spuds. Last time he was up, he was hit by a pitch. The first time he was up, he grounded out to third base. Thank you to everybody watching and listening here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison are leading 3-1 in the, bottom of the seventh. Is that first pitch going to miss out for ball one? Schwartzberg batting .250 as he'll get hit again. This time it looks on his leg. As he will most likely go ahead and take his base. And indeed he does. So Schwartzberg will be on first as Barakani will step up to bat. Earlier on today, he grounded out to the third base, and he's flown out to right field as well. One out in this inning. Schwartzberg on first after getting hit by the pitch. First pitch will be in there for strike one. As you can see the outfield train going by once again. That ball will miss up high for ball one, evening it up at 1-1, one out. Runner on first. It's Barakani. He'll miss outside. He says it hit him. So he will move to first base as Schwartzberg will move to second. Two runners on base as head coach Tim Gansrow comes out to the mound this time and takes the ball from Matt Slowick's hand as his infielders come around and
Bison are a 5-game series starting tonight. Play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all games at 7 o'clock, and then the final game Sunday at 5.
number 12 will come out to pitch.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
We'll be back to tell you more about him right after this on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead it 3-1. Welcome back. A brand new pitcher for the Gem City Bison in relief of Matt Slowick will be number 12, Patrick Richardson. As each of his first two pitches will hit exactly what it can hit, balls and strikes, so he will start off with a 1-1 count. That ball will miss outside for ball 2. Richardson just joining the team recently. Two balls, one strike, one out. Runners on first and second after two back-to-back hit by pitches. So that one will miss outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count now. Hitters count to Danielitz, who's grounded out to third and flew out to right in this game. Also got hit by a pitch earlier in this game, as he'll watch that one go by for a called strike, filling up the count at 3-2. Three balls, two strikes as Richardson comes set at his waist. Now focusing on the runners, gets it in, and that'll be fouled back. Count will remain the same, but Schwartzberg will have to go back to second as he was at third. Excellent speed showing from Schwartzberg on the base paths. 3-2 the count. Richardson fires, and that'll miss up high for ball 4. Ultimately loading the bases and bringing up Tyler Stone, the first baseman for Tyler Castelli, left fielder for the Spuds team. I was looking at the wrong name. My bad on that one. One out, bases loaded now for Castelli, who has flown out to left field and grounded out to first base. First pitch will be in there for ball 1. Castelli batting .333, 4 of 12 this year. 2 doubles and 2 RBIs so far in this very young season, especially for the Spuds, as their first series rained out against the Fremont Moo. They did end up playing North Platte, but dropped all 3 games, so they have an 0-3 record. 1-1 the count against the Bison, who are 3-2 after one of their games got rained out by the Moo. Well, against the Moo, I should say. Winning their series against Casper 2-1. And then ultimately splitting the 2 games that were able to be finished against the Moo 1-1. That pitch going to be in there and swung on for strike 3. And that will go ahead and be the second out of this bottom of the 7th. So Tyler Stone will step in now, 1 of 2 on the day. Single to a ground ball through the second baseman and shortstop into center field earlier on today. First pitch will be right on the corner, painting the corners for a called strike 1. Zero balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on each of the 3 bases for the Spuds. That one's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2 to Stone. As Richardson is looking to get out of this inning unscathed after walking the first batter he faced, which was Lucas Daniewicz. 0-2 the count as Richardson comes set it at the waist. Deals home, and that'll be outside for ball one. Making sure there's no zeros left on the board. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first, second, and third. One, two from Richardson. That's going to be a backer right straight to him. Picks it up and throws over to Tolk on first to get the third out of the inning. A comebacker straight to Richardson will end the bottom of the seventh. Will end the seventh period as we head to the top of the eighth here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Keegan Schultz steps up to bat for the Gem City Bison, leading it 3-1 here in the top of the eighth. Grounder, nice snag by Schwartzberg, but the play can't be finished out by Stone on first. And so Schultz will make it.
First baseman number 33, Mitchell Tolk. First baseman
Off the single from Schwartzberg. Mitchell Tolk will now step up to bat, getting signs from the third base coach. Takes a practice hack and steps back in. First pitch, swung on and missed, even though it was inside for strike one. Previously today, Mitchell Tolk is 2 for 3. Hit a single to center field and doubled to center field. Last time he was up, he grounded out to short. That ball is going to be foul tipped over into the barely just outside the Spuds dugout. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. 0-2 the count. This beautiful night in Caldwell, Idaho. One will be fouled back for, well, not for anything. 0-2 going to be the count still remaining. Tico Pereira on deck. 0-2 will miss inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Tolk. Righty versus righty. The 1-2 will be a quick foul tip is what it will be called. So the count will remain the same, 1-2. No outs with the runner on first after the botched catch from Stone and a single from Schultz. 1-2, gonna miss down low for ball 2. Schultz will stay in place. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, runner on first as the Bison lead at 3-1 in this top of the 8th. Here's the pitch from Clark. Schultz is going to go. It's going to be fouled back, keeping the count at 2-2. Tolk, the South Dakota native, will step back into the batter's box. 2-2 as a pickoff attempt back over to first. Schultz is going to get back just in time, a little bit late. In my opinion, a little bit too late. But nevertheless, the count will be 2-2. Clark comes set and sends it home. That'll miss for ball 3, setting up the full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and runner on first for the Bison and Tolk. Clark will miss up high for ball 4, sending Tolk to first and Schultz to second, bringing up Tico Pereira.
Right fielder, number 3, Tico Pereira. The right fielder, Pereira.
Mr. 303, as he would prefer to be called. Stepping in 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch going to be swung on and fouled way back out of play for strike 1. Pereira has struck out swinging, grounded out to a fielder's choice, and grounded out to third. Hoping to finally get on base in this top of the 8th. That ball is going to miss for ball 1, evening up the count at 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that'll be outside, but swung on and missed. That'll make it 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 0 outs, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, that'll miss. Inside for ball 2, making it even at 2-2. Here's the pitch from Clark. That'll be chopped just foul on the left. Excuse me, not the left. The third base line. As Keegan Schultz will have to retreat back to second as he was practically already there. Count will remain 2-2 to Pereira. No outs and runners on first and second, so at least one runner in traditional scoring position. That pitch going to be swung on and Missed for strike 3, setting him down and bringing up Justin Ross.
Left fielder, Ross.
Playing left field today. One out for the Bison, runners on first and second. Ross steps into the box. Clark looks back between second and home. Schultz is going to go ahead and go. And so is Tolk. The throw will be in time to get Tolk out at second. So it looks like Tim Gansrow will come out to have a conversation with the second base umpire. Tolk is still standing on the bag at second. And it looks like the call will remain. Tolk will head back to the dugout. Schultz will be at third. And Ross will step in with the 0-1 count. Clark deals home. It's going to be swung on into center field. A line drive will be caught by Girardi, and that will go ahead and end the inning. A little bit of confusion near the end, but the Spuds got out of it. We head to the bottom of the 8th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison still lead it 3-1. We'll be back right after this. Girardi making an excellent play in the field, now up to bat for the Spuds as he steps into the left-handed batter's box and is ready to go to work. 0 for 2 on the day so far is Girardi as Richardson goes into his windup and deals home. That'll be in there for strike 1. Girardi grounded out to second base his first time up, and then struck out swinging his last time up. The 0-1 from Richardson. That'll be a swing and a miss once again. Girardi, the center fielder, to today. Only 4 at-bats coming into this game, batting .250 with 2 strikeouts. He added another strikeout earlier today. 0-2 pitch from Richardson. That's going to miss way outside for ball 1 as it heads to the backstop. No harm, no foul as nobody was on base. 1-2 pitch upcoming from Richardson to Girardi. Bannister going to call time and go have a chat with Richardson as they both climb up the hill. Bannister gives Richardson a little smack on the backside and returns back to where he is supposed to be. One ball, 2 strikes as Richardson goes into the windup, and it'll miss outside to even it up at 2-2. Girardi, as I mentioned before, batting 4th in this Canyon County Spuds lineup. 0 for 2 in the game today as the sun is practically set here in Caldwell, as that's going to be swung on and missed for strike 3. That'll set down Girardi and bring up Burke, the designated hitter. Coming in because he pinch ran.
Number 3, Chase Burke.
Pinch ran for Tyler Miller earlier on in this game, so he will step into bat now. 3-1, the Bison lead it as he's going to show bunt, pull back at the last second. And he'll miss outside for ball 1. Richardson circles the mound. As the umpire was signaling for the count to be 0-1. Second pitch going to be in there. Inside for ball 2. So the count will be changed to 1-1. Richardson goes into his windup to Burke, and that will miss for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. No Spuds on base after Girardi was set down on a strikeout swinging. 2-1 will miss inside for ball 3. Making it most definitely a hitter's count to Burke now. Burke showing his excellent speed on the base paths earlier on in this game. 3-1 will be in there for strike 2. Making the count full. It's a walk or knock situation here for Burke. Richardson goes into his windup, deals home, and that'll hit him. Either way, it would be outside. So he will go ahead and go over to first base, and that'll bring up Gabe Garrett as Tim Gansrow will come out to the mound to talk to Richardson. Go ahead and take the ball from him, give him a handshake, and come bring in another guy from the bullpen. We'll tell you more about him when we come back on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison are leading 3-1 here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Welcome back here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. New pitcher for the Bison, going to be number 2, Marcos Feria. After Patrick Richardson only going a few innings, throwing 26 pitches, as I do believe he is going to be saved for later on this week/weekend. First pitch going to miss, and Bannister going to have a tough time picking it up, so Burke will advance on the passed ball. Gabe Garrett still in for the Spuds. 1-0, bunt shown, pulled back, and that will go ahead and be ball 2. 0 for 3 so far. Grounded out to short, flew out to right, and grounded out to third. So a couple of ground outs and a fly ball later. Here he is with the 2-0 count, hoping to get on base for the first time today. That ball will be in there for a called strike 1. 2-0 will be the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 will be the count. One out. Burke on second as a runner for the Spuds. It'll be swung on and fouled off towards the right side. As that will make the count 2-2 after that foul ball. Garrett batting .273, 3 of 11 this year with 1 RBI, 1 strikeout. Also fouled off towards the same way. Count will remain at 2-2. Like to report a score, Rockies end up taking it over the Marlins, 13-12 in 10 innings. Taking a look at the national scale, in baseball, the Oakland Athletics and Houston Astros took each other on ESPN Plus earlier today. The New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Angels, probably still going on. That started at 5:05 on Fox Sports 1. 2-2 as Burke shows signs of stealing. Sent home by Feria straight up the middle. Burke's going to come around to score, and Garrett will make it into first with an RBI single to put the score within 1. So a ground ball straight up the middle.
The catcher, number 7,
Burke is going to come in to score. Garrett will be at first as Jeremy Keller will come in to bat. Other games going on around the Independence League. The Western Nebraska Pioneers taking on the Casper Horseheads in Scottsbluff. The Hastings Sodbusters taking on the Spearfish Sasquatch in Hastings, and the Fremont Moo taking on the North Platte Plainsmen in Fremont. Garrett takes a lead off of first. Keller stepping in, and that will be strike 1 for Keller. 3-2 is the score here in Caldwell, Idaho. Feria at the dish. That one will be fouled off towards the back. Way out of play for strike 2. 0-2 the count. 1 out. Runner on first. .02 swung on and missed for a swinging strike 3. That'll put 2 outs on the board now for the Spuds, as Feria will now battle Schwartzberg. 0 for 1 on the day so far. He was hit by pitch 2 times, but before that he grounded out to third. He steps back into the batter's box looking to advance Garrett. First pitch of this at bat, Feria will send it. A nice little blooper to second. A bare hand shuffle over to second base, and Garrett will be in there, no problem. So that'll be a pop-up single.
Your third baseman, number 5, Dawson Baracani.
As both Garrett and Schwartzberg will be safe. That brings up the third baseman, Dawson Baracani, here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Feria stepping in, dealing home. That will be down for ball 1. One oh the pitch. Swung on and missed. Up high. For strike 1. 1-1 the count. As Baracani steps back in at the bottom of this Spuds order. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first and second. That one's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2, putting the count in Feria's favor. (3-2). Gem City leads it over the Canyon County Spuds. 1-2. Time called by Baracani. As he'll step out, take a couple more practice swings. Baracani steps back in. Feria with the ball behind his back, comes set at the waist. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The 1-2, runners are going to go from second to third. That's going to miss outside for ball 2, evening up the count, and runners will advance with no problem. Both runners in scoring position now. 1-run ball game. 3-2, the Bison lead it. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Excuse me, the top of the 8th. That one's going to be swung on for strike 3. Excellent scoring chance for the Spuds, but they cannot capitalize on it. We will be back right here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead it 3-2 over the Canyon County Spuds. We'll be back right after this. 3-2 ball game. Gem City up over Canyon County as we're back at the top of the order for the Bison. Derek Woods stepping in, the center fielder, 2 for 4 on the day as that first pitch gonna go by him for ball 1. Second pitch gonna be flown up near third base. The shortstop, Schwartzberg, will have it corralled, no problem, and that will be out number 1.
Shortstop, number 9, Quinn McCafferty.
As that will bring up Quinn McCafferty, the shortstop for this Bison team, 0 for 2 on the day. Looks to hopefully add some more insurance runs for the Bison before they head to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch, 1 out. It's going to be in there for strike 1. 1 run was pushed across in the last half inning by the Spuds to make the score a little bit closer, as that one's going to be in there for strike 2 as well. Now the Bison just hope to stack on some runs to hopefully add some insurance as they head to the bottom of the 9th where they need to defend against this Spuds team. Ball going to miss down for ball 1, make the count 1-2. 1-2, gonna miss outside. It's gonna go to the backstop. That'll even up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on base as McCafferty steps back in for the Bison. 2-2, misses way outside behind McCafferty's back, and that'll fill it up. 3-2 will be the count. Full count pitch coming, and that'll be swung on, foul tipped. It's going to be the call. As McCafferty will get one more chance at it. (3-2). McCafferty steps in. Clark deals home, and that will be out. Fouled out towards the left field line. (3-2) from Clark. That will be chopped in foul territory. Nice attempt by Jack DeLongshaw to try and corral that barehandedly. Barehandedly, that isn't a word. 3-2 going to be the count. Clark and McCafferty locked in. Another foul ball straight to the third base coach. A long, long at bat for both McCafferty and Clark. (3-2) once again, and once again fouled off to the left. 3 pitches in a row fouled off towards the left. McCafferty once again steps back in. Lines up his bat. Clark peers in. Comes set, goes into his windup, and that will end up missing outside for ball 4. So all that just for a walk from Clark. As McCafferty will go over to first base, and that'll bring up Justice Panton.
Second baseman, Panton.
First pitch as a runner, McCafferty's going to go. Excellent speed and a kind of a bad throw out from home, as it looks like Schwartzberg will be a little shaken up on that throw down. Gets up, goes over to back where his position is, bends down and wipes a couple things off. decides to try and walk it off, signals to the ump that he's all right, and we're about ready to play ball once again. So McCafferty's safe at second. The pitch will miss outside for a ball. 2 balls, 0 strikes, 1 out. Clark comes set, deals home, and that'll be fouled off towards the left. Panton. 1-2 going to be the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second in scoring position. Schwartzberg shadowing McCafferty out at second, and that one's going to be in there for strike 3, called strike 3. And that will bring up the designated hitter, Nico Pezzanella, 0 for 4 in this game so far. First pitch of this at-bat upcoming from Clark. Schwartzberg once again shadowing McCafferty at second. Check swing, going to be called going around, so that will be strike 1 for Pezzanella. Pezzanella steps back in from Sparks, Nevada. Went to school at Northern State. That one will miss for ball 1. Nice reaction from Keller to pick it up and check for the runner at second, or to see if he was going for third. That'll even up the count, 1-1. 2 outs, runner on second here in the top of the third. Once again, 3-2, the Bison lead it over the Spuds. That one will once again miss outside for ball 2. The count will be 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike as Pezzanella will fire it into right field. That's going to hit just off the wall near the 10 Barrel Brewing Company banner, and Pezzanella will get an RBI double to send another runner in for the Bison. An excellent line drive into deep right field. As McCafferty will come into scoring, Pezzanella will be at second. That'll bring up Luke Bannister, the catcher. Today, 2 for 4 so far. Two outs, runner on second. Bison lead it now 4-2. First pitch, will miss for ball 1. Make it the count 1-0. 1-0 pitch, going to be fouled off towards the left straight, almost straight, into the Canyon County dugout. Count will be 1-1. Even count pitch coming from Clark. That will be in there for strike 2 looking. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So runner on second base as they lead it 4-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. One, 2. Swung on straight up the middle. A nice diving stop by Schwartzberg as he'll try to get it over to third, but not before Pezzanella will reach. So a nice single coming from Bannister. As runners will be on the corners for Keegan Schultz, the third baseman.
Third baseman, Schultz.
4-2, runners on the corners for the Texas Cowboy as he steps up. That'll miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs with runners on the corners. That one will be in there for strike 1 on the outside corner of the strike zone. One count. Clark sends it, and that'll miss for ball 2. Two on the count. Clark comes set at the waist. Peers in. Pickoff attempt over to first. Bannister wasn't even hardly an inch off the bag, so that was not successful. 2-1, still the count. And both runners still on first and third. 2-1, dealt home. That'll miss inside for ball 3 as Keegan had to kind of move out of the way in order to not get hit right on the either the elbow or his knuckles. Three one the count. Clark sends it. Fouled back towards the right, probably out into the road. So count will move to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as the Gem City Bison lead it 4-2 over the Canyon County Spuds here in the top of the 9th with runners on first and third. Runners gonna go ahead and go. Gonna call that a foul tip, and the count will remain the same. Everybody will stay where they are, and we'll have at least one more pitch in this at-bat. Three two, Clark. That'll miss up high, right above exactly where Schultz's head would be, as he'll walk the bases loaded. Keller gonna call time and come have a little bit of a conference with his infield, as it looks like they're going to go ahead and have a pitching change here in the top of the 9th. It appears that way, at least, and indeed it will be. Clark will head to the dugout, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Bison lead it 4-2. Welcome back to the Gem City Bison Digital Network. New pitcher for the not the Gem City, the Canyon County Spuds. Number 19, Blake McFadden. Clark went 4 innings, had 10 hits and 1 run, as well as 1 earned run. First pitch going to be in there for strike 1. And the second pitch will miss for ball 1. One will be in there for strike 2 looking. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Tolk. Tolk is 2 for 3 today. Here's a pitch, and that'll miss. Out. That one will be fouled back. Two the count after that foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, as that one will miss. Strike 3 swinging, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 9th. The Gem City Bison lead the Canyon County Spuds 4-2 here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Lucas Danielewicz steps in as the leadoff batter in this bottom of the 9th inning as Marcos Faria tries to close this thing out for the Bison. They lead at 4-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. That first pitch going to miss outside for ball 1. 1-0 gonna also miss for ball 2. Two balls, 0 strikes. That one's going to be fouled back for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, no outs. Nobody on base as this is the leadoff batter for the Spuds. Another ball going to miss outside for ball 3. That'll put it in an extremely hitter-friendly count. 3-1. That'll miss inside for ball 4, and a leadoff walk will start things off for the bottom of the 9th inning. Tyler Castelli, 0 for 3 on the day, now will step up. 4-2, the Bison lead it in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. It's going to miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs, runner on first. As Feria fires it right in there for strike 1, evening up the count. One will miss outside for ball 2. Make it 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, and a runner still over on first in Daniewicz. The 2-1 from Feria. In there, perfect ball for strike 2. That'll even it up at 2, with the runner still threatening on first. 2-2 will be swung on and fouled way back out of play. Schultz will try and pursue it, but will not get there in time. And the count will remain the same. Two balls, 2 strikes, runner on first with no outs for Castelli. Castelli fouls it back. And the foul will make the count stay the same. Two balls, 2 strikes. That'll be swung on and missed. The runner's going to go ahead to second. And he'll be in there.
First baseman, number 34, Tyler Stoll.
So Castelli will strike out. Daniewicz will make it to second, and Stone will step in. 1 of 3 today. 1 out, swung on and missed for strike 1, making the count 0-1 with 1 out and a runner on second. Oh, 1. That'll miss outside for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on second. Feria comes set, fires it inside. A chopper over to second. Panton will pick it up and get it to Tolk. He'll drop it, and the runner will stay at third. But Panton tries to get it to Tolk. Tolk can't get a handle on it.
The center fielder, number 17.
And Stone will make it on. A pinch runner coming in for Stone.
Your attention, please. Pitch running at first base, number 1, Owen Bischoff.
It's going to be Owen Bischoff as the runner at first. Off the error from Tolk. One out with runners on the corners as Will Girardi steps in. First pitch, and Bannister will get it in there. He's going to be safe, and the runner's going to come in and score from third. Bischoff steals second, and Daniewicz is going to come in. To score. 4-3 is the score here in the bottom of the ninth. One out, runner on second after that run was pushed in.
4-3.
That one will be in there for ball one.
0-2 count.
0 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Feria comes set, deals home. That's going to be swung on and missed by Girardi for a strikeout. That'll bring up Chase Burke, who got hit by a pitch earlier on today.
Your attention, please. Pinch batting.
So a pinch hitter will come in. That'll be number 24, Nate Galusha. So Bischoff in at second, 2 outs for the Spuds, as Nate Galusha will step in to bat as a pinch hitter. Feria comes set, sends the first pitch home. That'll miss outside for ball one. (1-0) the pitch, going to be foul tipped for strike one. That'll even everything up at 1-1. 2 outs and a runner on second. 1-run ball game. Galusha steps in. Feria comes set. Here's the pitch. That'll be swung on and missed, turning him around practically. Count will be 1 ball, 2 strikes, with 2 outs and a runner on second. Feria getting the sign from McCafferty over at short. Feria comes set at the belt. 1-2 pitch. Dealt home. That'll be in there for strike 3 looking. And that will be the ball game. 4-3, the Gem City Bison win over the Canyon County Spuds. We'll be back right after this to wrap things up, send you home, and get you a preview of this weekend. Thank you for watching and listening here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Welcome back to Wolf Field here in beautiful Caldwell, Idaho. The Gem City Bison take the first game of this 5-game set, 4-2, here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Going to go ahead and go through the box score for you real quick. The Gem City Bison pushed a run across in the top of the third, as did Canyon County in the bottom. But after that, Gem City pushed 2 runs across in the fourth. There were no scores until the bottom of the 8th when Canyon County pushed 1 across to make it a 3-2 ball game. In the top of the 9th, Gem City pushed 1 across to make it 4-2, and Canyon County coming back in the bottom of the 9th to make it 4-3, but couldn't quite get it done. For pitching, Matt Slowick pitched about 6 innings, had 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Patrick Richardson pitched 1 inning, had 0 hits against him, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, and 2 strikeouts. And then Marcos Feria came in and pitched 1.2 innings, had 2 hits, 1 run, 0 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Looking at the batting lineup, for Gem City, Derek Wood had 2 hits in 5 at-bats. Quinn McCafferty had 0 hits in 2 at-bats. Justice Panton had 0 hits in 4 at-bats. Nico Pezzanella had 1 hit in 5 at-bats. Luke Bannister had 3 hits in 5 at-bats. Keegan Schultz had 2 hits in 3 at-bats. Mitchell Tolk had 2 hits in 4 at-bats. Tico Pereira had no hits in 4 at-bats, and Justin Ross had no hits in 3 at-bats. So again, final score, 4-3. Gem City takes game 1 of this 5-game set, 4-3. Reminder to tune in again tomorrow around same time, 7 o'clock, for a 7:05 first pitch against these same Canyon County Spuds. We'll be here all week, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, until we head back to Laramie for, I do believe, a Wednesday doubleheader against the Nebraska Prospects. But again, that's a long ways away. Make sure to tune in all week and weekend for Gem City Bison baseball here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Thank you all for listening. From all of us here at the Gem City Bison, want to thank you all for listening and apologize for all the technical difficulties that we had to endure. Once again, final score 4-3, Gem City over Canyon County, and as always, feel the charge. Charge.